Hey boys and girls, it's Night Stalker here. Welcome along today to Constantinopolis Siege. Check it out. We're going to bring a whole bunch of assault infantry today because I'm feeling like some sword and shield action. We're going to bring a little green ballista because those are really nice. They're very cheap. You can build them in your home city, wherever that is, for very few resources. And of course, they'll kill most heroes with a headshot. We've got Paladins, Azaps, and Berserkers. So straight on in with the Paladins. I'm going to bring the Paladins in first because they're really tough infantry, and they'll allow me to transition between the three places that the enemy is most likely to come in. The wall on the B side, the gate, and the side wall where it gets knocked down as well. So we'll get into there, and we'll see how we get on. Don't forget, if you'd like some help with the game or just want to chat with some people about the game and your heroes and your units and things, please do join us in the Discord server. The link is in the video description. We've got a whole bunch of people there that love to talk about the game, and we've got a fairly good culture in there as well, that everyone sort of helps each other with a few tips and things like that. So, let me just have a check what we've got lying around at the moment. We've got a bunch of peasants, some pikes, some javos, condos. Alright, so I'm confident that I'm going to stay here. I'm going to put them in this corner because it's going to be shields outwards, and they come in sort of two ways from this. They can come up through the tunnels here, and they're also through the wall. So, let's go up here, and we'll just observe. We'll observe what's happening here. So you can see the A point from here. You can see both walls. It's all goodly. What? 57,500 damage? It didn't even hit me. That has to be a great bombard. I'm a little bit tilted about that. A little bit tilted. Oh well, it was my decision to stand there. You know, it was my mistake. Huge mistake. Never mind. We're going to get stuck back into it. We're going to pretend it never happened. Righty. So I'm going to bring Paladins back in because they are still what I want to use first. Oh man. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself for letting that happen. But that's life. You know, when you play these games and something happens and it was your decision, well, you've just got to live with it. And don't let it tilt you for too long, you know. Go, okay, that happened. We're moving on. I didn't lose any of my Paladins. Look at the bright side, right? Okay. See, when you're defending, it's not a great idea, really, to bring in something like Metallurgy first. There's not a lot of point in that. You know, use units that are helpful to defend. You know, you're not pushing siege engines like the attackers are. We'll just pop those guys back where they belong. And they're fairly safe from all sides there. And I can just sort of walk backwards and forwards here, checking both breaches, both the front gate and the left-hand breach. Twiddling our thumbs while the enemy come in. It's our friendly friend. That short sword's fairly confident sticking his neck out like that. If we had a poleaxe or something like that, he'd be blocked in place immediately and killed. So that sort of peak is very dangerous. Ooh, a few javos. Just try and cover my friend here because I'm not scared of javos. And that's part of being a longsword support hero. Get up there and take some hits for your squishier teammates. So. Most of the heroes we can see are here. Oh, here we go. I wondered if he was going to get overconfident. Let's beat him in the face. What's this guy doing? Come back here. Oh, Nadachi, get him. Get him. Yes. Boom. See you, mate. And now we're going to flex on him. He got way overconfident. Short swords are not immortal. You might feel immortal for a while, but you are not. You know, even with the iron sides on these days, it's not the immortality switch that it used to be. Okay, so what is happening? we'll just sort of keep it. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about with being able to be attacked with both sides. Watch what happens to this unit. Blitzed. That was a unit of Paladins and a hero. And a unit of Palace Guard in there too, it would seem. Fun. It was a great charge. These Paladins are absolutely amazing. Their charge, when you get it off, can do anywhere up to even 6 or even 7,000 damage. Whoops, we better go back to A. And when you put them in the shield wall like this, these Imperial Pike Guard, they can't knock over a unit of Paladins from the front. And even once they go into split formation, watch this, see? Their advance won't knock them down straight away because of their tough blocking from the front. And then, of course, my Paladins will quickly mow through them. Oh, and look at this. We've got some Domain Pikemen. What's behind them? Serfs? Oh, look at those numbers. Hoo-wee. Paladins are just massacring them. That's brilliant. And anyway, we're not going to go out this gate. It's suicidal. I'm not going to... Oh, the cavalry can do it. That's the cavalry's job to go out and chase down loose stuff like that. But if I'd pushed out there, I would have lost some more Paladins, and only for what? For some serfs? Big deal, right? Don't lose your useful units over the sake of trying to get a few more kills for the screen at the end of the battle. It doesn't make sense. You know, you'd rather a big W than a big L at the end, right? So play like it. So if you're wondering what this number 3 ability on my Paladins is, it is a doctrine, and that doctrine is called Ironsides. What that does is every time I use it, it's a minute cooldown, and it will give 150 bonus to all of the defense attributes on the Paladins for 10 seconds. So it's a really good thing to have for Paladins. The number 2 ability, if you're not familiar with Paladins also, is very similar to the Longsword heal. It'll give them back, I think, 5% of their hit points, and also it has a small radius as well to heal other units around them. Number 1, of course, is their charge. Now, if you're not familiar with how heals work, from the testing that myself and a couple of other people have done together, the all heals stack is the way to put it. All heals. It doesn't matter which source of the heal is. You can have 3 or 4 heal sources going at one time, I think was the maximum we tested it up to. So, prima facie, on the face of it, that wall's still on the side there. So prima facie, all heals stack. If you've got some different information to that, I'd be very keen to hear it in the comment section down below. But from the testing we've done, it absolutely is all heals stack. We're going to get trebbed first because that is a solid push. There we go. Once that treb's finished, we'll get our Paladins down the ramp. Alright, let's go kill some people. All these guys here are about to have a happy little accident. Just going for a run, out for a jog one day, and oof, we hit some people. Look at 7,000 or 8,000 damage. Brutal. Oh man, that's great. I love Paladins, they're so tough. We've only lost 1 so far. Completely overrun. And again, don't go chasing out the gate. Doesn't make sense, you're defending. Oh, B's being taken. Can we do anything about it? Yep, we better go help. So I'm not going to go down this left-hand side. That would put me in the middle of the enemy units. I'm going to join the melee from the side that our team will also be joining the melee. Does that make sense to me? Oop. Whoops, cool down. Dolt. Where are our team? Help me. We'll see if we can charge these archers, eh? That looks like a good idea to me. We should certainly charge one of these heroes and stuff and we'll get them all real nice and stunned. Did enough of them make it through to attack the archers? They did. Anyway, we're happy to also kill stalwarts. Just giving myself room to heal here. And then we'll try and knock down the rest of these stalwarts. Make them easy victims for the Paladins. And this guy's got his back to me, so we'll... oh no, he's got poleaxed, so we'll just absolutely cut him down. What a beautiful outcome. Thank you to the 2 players, or 3 players from our team that came and joined us. We used the exact amount of force. We're just going to move behind these guys because there's no point in attacking stalwarts in the front. We used the right amount of heroes and the right amount of units to defend that. So, that was very good. I have 9 left and they're all bleeding to death. So, I'm not sure what use we'll have. Nothing here. I don't want to fight him. No, no. We will go and stand on the point here, though. Oh, we need the Paladins to get here quick. This probably won't hit anybody, but the Paladins will get here quicker. And then we're going to hold. Hodor! Hodor! This should just give our team enough time to very quickly get some people into position to support us. Here we go, Nadachi with some pikes. Lovely. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So that turns out that's what you do with 9 half-dead Paladins. But look at the Paladins are still back there chopping away. Look at them doing 2,500 criticals in the back of those swordsmen. Oh, brilliant. Not disappointed with that at all. Excuse me, sir, you're not getting away. And I guess we'll just tell them to run out there. Where are they going? Some enemies overtaking B. Fair enough too, I guess. We can't do anything about that, so we'll run back and get a new unit. Does the spear want a party? No, berserkers, eh? Now, a lot of people make this mistake. Berserkers are not strong enough to take on 3 heroes like this. It just isn't worth it. They're going to lose every time, especially if you've got a unit to back up as well. So yeah, you've got to be a lot more careful with your berserkers than that. Alright, we're going to take the Wind Eyes Iron Pagodas into battle now. You might know them as Azaps, depending on what you're playing. And we'll go from there. So these guys are absolutely brilliant. I also have the Ironsides Doctrine on these boys, the number 4 ability there. You have to be a little bit careful here actually, because they're not paladins. They're not tough enough to just charge blindly. But I think charging in the back of this unit might be the way to go. We're going to charge them in. We're going to put the Ironsides on straight away, and then we're going to go straight into Quick Strike and watch the absolute nasty, just dissolving units. It just happens to be going on here. I'll put Counter Strike on while the heroes are attacking them. Counter Strike means that often they will block a incoming hit completely, and they'll do a counter riposte doing a little bit of damage. But that's really good for high damage things like incoming cavalry, sometimes you'll survive, or certainly hero attacks and things like that. Counter Strike, of course, is also good for breaching. Things like the Fortebraccio pikes, for example, they're very good at countering that sort of thing. We had the same problem again there. Some of our guys ran out the main gate chasing surf kills, which of course got their halberdier unit pretty cut to bits. The cavalry did alright though. They went out, they did something very specific, run down some people and then came back in. So good for them. Ooh, what a mess. I just want to be a little bit careful here. Azaps are a lot squishier than... Ooh, can we get him? Yeah, we got him. No running away for you, sir. That was vastly overconfident. I think maybe he was the same short sword that was peeking in the left door. That was just silly. Very silly thing to do. So. I guess at this point we're just going to wait for the next enemy attack. I am keeping an eye on the C point there, but the supply point next to C is very... I don't see a scenario where the enemy run in and don't take the supply point before they roll into C. So once that supply point falls, we'll know it's time to rotate back to C. I can do that with Azaps because they're very quick, so I'm very ready for that. Oops, still on cooldown. I tried to knock him off his horse with my ult. But here we go. This is what we need Azaps for. We'll charge them in. We'll do Counter Strike to make sure that any hero abilities aren't used on them straight away. Then we'll go to Ironsides and Quick Strike and just kill everything in reach. Man, I love Azaps. Quite an underrated unit. You know, veterans tend to rate them correctly, but they're very powerful as a sword and shield unit. I've sort of, since the update where they got more health and block break and things like that, I've rated the sword and shield units a little bit higher than I used to. I do still love them. Still nobody's attacking C, but I see one of our people is moving onto it, so that should be very good. And with a minute 40 left, that's probably going to be the final nail in the coffin, so hopefully that player does stay on C. They're not. They're coming down to A. I just want to go out there and start killing, but it's a little early. I'm sick of getting shot here though, so we'll move across. Oh, that was bad timing. Alright, I regret my decision to bring them across, but that's life. Quick heal. And I'll just wait till we get down to about a minute left, and then I'll go and charge out and try and see what sort of carnage I can do. There we go, a double CC on the short sword. And let's go. Here we go. Oh, sod off, bloody short sword, screwed my charge. Do counter strike so that we can survive a little bit longer, and then we'll go straight into the quick strike, which will destroy this unit. Look at it dissolving. Look how many are on low health. Guys, get them, finish them, finish them. Oh, we got trebbed. Blech. Uh-oh. And now I'm on my own. Go away, Poleaxe. I'm trying. Must escape. Must escape. Run. No. Oh. If you play Longsword, just a little bit of advice, Poleaxes are hard counters to Longswords. The reason for that is a lot of your survivability has to do with your shield. And when you're lying on the ground, you can't use your shield. No, you cannot. Never mind, 17 seconds left. I do see they've taken the supply point up the back, but there's just not enough time left for them to capture the C point. And even if they get onto A, it's hopeless at this point. So GG, we played really well as a team. I especially liked that our team were willing to shift left and right on the map. They weren't just saying, okay, I'm staying at A. So let's see how we did. Ooh, MVP, that's nice. Expedition Knight's got 100 kills. Brilliant. Pagodas got 62. That's great. Berserkers got to sleep through the battle. At least they had a sleep in. Wow. But I got 200, 1.5, 1.6. That is lovely. How'd the enemy leader do? Also very high damage. What do we got here? 238 kills. That was great. That must have been the cavalry player. And let's have a look at the final. So, where did it all go right? Our ability to shift between left and right, that play with the paladins going all the way to B and charging down and holding that, and then coming back and holding the A point was absolutely great. Very useful and very orientated towards what the paladins can do. Survive and deal good damage. Azaps did absolutely fantastic. Of course, I didn't need to charge out at the end of the game and get them all killed, but there was a minute left, so I thought I'd go and have some fun. So I think all round this was a pretty perfectly played game, except for that very silly start where I managed to get shot in the face by a great bombard, which 57,500 damage will generally kill most players, I'd say. Most. So that's life. Anyway, I hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the battle. Thanks for coming to my channel.